Today we're gonna learn part 3
Part 3.
lesson 7.
Okay, now part 3.
Part 3.
Now next, and I think, okay, today we'll continue the lesson. The first thing, why don't you read the whole paragraph here?
Next, and I think the most important one that the people always say is that they are going to frustrate native speakers. And this is just so not true. I've been to many places. I've spoken to many people, and every time I attempt to use the language, they are overjoyed. They are so pleased that I'm even trying, and I just feel like a special adult. When we learn a language, we are such perfectionists. We want everything to be just right, and perfectionism is a really bad
Perfectionism.
Perfectionism is a really bad thing in language learning, because language is a means of communication. It's a way to get to know new people, new cultures, and your embraces. It's okay to make mistakes. And I actually have to goal to make at least 200 mistakes a day, because then I know I'm waiting somewhere. I'm using the language. So embrace yourself, go out there, talk to people, it's okay. When do you think I was learning a language better, here or here? So anyone can indeed learn the language when you use it with people. It's okay to use it early, and this is so important that you don't have to wait until you speak the language perfectly and fluently and so on. You can get into it sooner than you expect, and it opens up so many doors to these other cultures. So for instance, after I learned that Arabic in Brazil, I might get to Egypt, and I might all of the way deep to the Sahara Desert.
Deserts, okay. I sat down in the sand with an Egyptian and we had some teas. We had this nice little chat here in Arabic, and there I'm just saying that Egypt is so much, so vast, so great. It's so much more than just Tahrir Square in Cairo. And now, when I was speaking with him, I used the wrong words here and there. I conjugated the wrong verb every now and again, but that's okay because even with this conversation level, I have this fascinating conversation with him. And I haven't done this with her culture and other languages, and even managed to learn little American Sign Language. And here you can see Juliana had asked me why I didn't sign a language. And here you can see Juliana had asked me why I didn't learn Irish Sign Language. And I said because when I'm in Ireland, I like to improve my Irish and my Gaelic, which I can then speak here. So that was me on Irish radio saying about my travel and whatever. And I learned Irish for 10 years in school. And I wasn't be able to say the most basic phrase after that. Okay. Now, what is the next reason that make you cannot speak a new language?
Mm, the like reason people cannot speak new language is they are always afraid of making mistakes.
They always
Afraid afraid of making mistakes.
afraid of making mistake. Okay, afraid of making mistake. Mm-hmm. Afraid of, afraid of,
Afraid of making
afraid of
mistakes.
making mistake. Okay, are you afraid of making mistake?
Yes.
Are you
Any
afraid of making mistake?
mm, I'm always afraid of making mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Why are you afraid of making mistake? Why?
Hey,
Why are you afraid of making mistake?
because sometimes when I talk with native speakers, I'm afraid of if I speak wrong words that
Mm-hmm.
they understand. And
Okay, and do you think if you make a lot of mistake, you will be perfect in the next time?
yes,
Yes or no?
yes,
Yes or no?
yes,
Okay, and now do you want to mm, make a lot of mistake now?
no,
Do you want to make a lot of mistake when you speak English now to be fluent and be fluent and have to be a great and excellent English speaker?
eh, eh, they want to make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, you want to make a lot of mistake. Okay, now
What?
you will learn a new language like Korean, and do you want to make a lot of mistake in the beginning?
Mm, I don't want to make a lot of mistakes,
Okay.
but to be more perfection perfectionist.
Perfectionism.
Yeah, yes, we need to make a lot of mistakes.
Okay, should we make mistake when learning new things?
Learning
We
new
make mistake when learning new things.
new things. Uh, do we make a lot of mistakes when we learn new things?
Yes. Should we make mistake when learning a new thing?
We should make more mistakes when we learn a new things.
hmm And now, do you want to make a lot of mistake when you learn Korean?
I want.
hmm Are you a perfectionism person?
I don't think I'm a perfectionist person.
Why do you think that?
Hey, um,
Can you show me something to prove that you are not a perfectionism person?
eh, because sometimes I talk to my friends and My experience is different
Your
from friends' experience. So some major they are talking with me in the major, and I don't know any knowledge about that major. So I I thought that I'm a perfectionism person.
Okay, you don't know what I mean. Okay, I'm asking you. Can you tell me, can you show me something to prove that you are not a perfectionism person? Em đưa ra một vài ví dụ chính là em không phải là một người theo chủ nghĩa hoàn hảo.
Khó nhỉ?
Khó nhỉ?
It's
Okay.
hard.
For example, can you give me some example when you learn English?
Some example when I learn English. Some example when I learn English.
For example, when you learn English, what's happened to you if you are perfectionism person in learning a new language?
What happens if I am a perfectionism when I'm learning new language?
Yes. What's
What
happened to
happens?
you if you are a perfectionism person?
I can talk with them. I can get more friends.
You can get more friends.
Yes, I will get more friends.
Okay. Anh em hoàn hảo thì phải ra với em nếu mà em theo chủ nghĩa hoàn hảo trong việc học ngôn ngữ. What's happened to you if you are a perfectionism person in your learning a new language? In learning a new language.
So I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
your opinion about this?
Think about it. Okay, you don't want to make a mistake when you learn a new thing, especially a language. What's happened to you?
I cannot improve my language.
Okay, you cannot improve your language. Okay? All right. And do you want to be a perfectionism person?
Of course, definitely. I want to be a professional person.
Okay. And do you think perfectionism is a good or bad for our life?
Ridiculous question. Everyone want to be a professional person in our life. You don't want to be a professional, right?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. I think nothing is perfect.
Yes.
Nothing is perfect, so I will make it perfect. That's all I want. I don't want to be a perfectionism person. I just want to make it will be perfect.
You don't want to be a perfectionism person, but you want to making things to be perfect.
Yes. Nothing. Okay, just kidding. Nothing is perfect, so I think everybody should do it and make it to be better. It's not perfect, better and suitable for you.
Yes.
Okay, what do you learn from a mistake?
From mistakes. And after I made the mistakes, I learned what I did wrong in the mistakes. And after that, I will try to make it be more perfect.
What do you learn from the mistake again?
Okay. And after I made the mistakes, I made a mistake, and I will learn the wrong thing I did in the mistake. And
You
after
will
that,
learn.
yeah, the wrong thing.
You will learn the wrong thing.
Yes, I will see the wrong things.
Mm. And what did you do after
The
that?
wrong. After that, I will, I will use that mistake to do the better one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you will change the way you do the next time.
Yes.
Okay, I see. And okay, do you think it will be a trouble when if you say a wrong word?
If I say a lot of words,
Yes. Do you think it will be a trouble if you say a wrong words?
do you think it will be a trouble if I say a lot of words?
Mm-hmm. Will be a trouble.
And think it's a trouble. Exactly, yes.
Mm.
Because sometimes when I talk my friends by Vietnamese and I keep talking and talking and some words I was using uh, is not logic with the last word I was talking. It's not related to the last
Okay.
words I was talking. And it sounds so weird.
You say a wrong words. What do you think you say a wrong words with your friends and your coworker? Not even a boss. Em sẽ nói điều gì nếu em nói sai với cả một người đồng nghiệp mình, một tư nào đó hay là một người bạn mình đó thì em sẽ nghĩ như thế nào về người đó?
Thì em lại nghĩ như thế nào về người đó?
Về điều đó, về người đó. Okay, for example, when I say something wrong, and what do you
Yes.
think about it?
When you are say something wrong, I will tell it sounds so weird and so weird.
Okay, so we and
Mm.
is a weak person and they need to change and increase the ways and improve the English in the next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. Now, but as an adult, but as an adult,
Mm. As
but
an
as an
adult.
adult,
Yes. I went back to Israel and I embraced using the language as a beginner, and that helped me to reach this stage. And it's okay to be a beginner. It's okay to be conversational. But when you take this on, it will take it to the next level, then you can reach very well. I mean, I will got a very good level in French, Spanish, and a couple of languages. I will work as a professional translator, like I'm like here I'm having a chat in French. That's great. That's what everybody thinks of when they are getting into the language learning. They think that's what I want to be. I want to be this very high professional level, have a deep philosophical conversations, and that's fantastic. And yeah, it's impressive when you see people like that. But rather than the be impressive, I think it's so much better when you embrace the beginning stage of language learning. And one of the most amazing experiences I ever had was when I was in China, on a train, a 2,000 kilometers deep into China, and I had the basic conversation of what's the name, and it turned out I was given my Chinese name there on the train. And look, this is how it went in Chinese. What's your name? I'm Benny. I don't have a Chinese name. Then say, I tell you, your name is Li, because this sounds like the normal name and it means ability or skill. And just I can have that. So I can have that conversation, even with the basic conversation level of Chinese, and I do have the ability. I do have the skill to learn the language. But I always did. We always do. And the reason I have this skill is not because I was born with it and other weren't. It's decision I made. And the problem a lot of us face is that we feel that we are better studying. We are better studying.
Preparing for speaking now someday.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we are studying
Because
for speaking
with
someday because if
or
we do it too early in the world, we end from all this frustration because people
frustration.
frustration, frustration because people. There are 7 days in a week, and Sunday is not is not one of them. I say, rather than I see if the work will end. A whole new work will begin if we try to learn a new language. So I hope you will give it a try.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
okay.
Oh,
Okay,
finish.
what do you
Thank you.
learn from this, the final part? What do you learn from this?
Hey, learn from
What do you learn from this video? From this video, what do you learn?
from. I've learned um, to be a perfect in learning new language. We need to be a beginner first.
Mm. You need to be beginner person.
I just need to be a beginner person.
Anything else?
That's all.
Okay, I cannot listen to you. Can you repeat again one more time?
More time before we want to be perfect. we need to be a beginner person and
Okay, there are a lot of reasons that make people cannot speak a new language. And after he's analyzed every single reason, okay, you can learn about it. Okay, tell me what you learned from the video, from this video.
oh,
What do you learn from this video?
the whole video.
Yes.
Yes, the whole video. And after learning this video, I found that everyone can learn new language and uh, mm, and people always explain why they cannot learn a new language. That is, they have uh, they what to say?
Okay,
They always
we don't need any talent or gene to learn a new language, right?
need right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to travel. They don't need to travel around the country, our country.
You don't need to
They
go
don't
to
need
go abroad or
even
go to another country to learn a new language.
yes. And as adults, they talk that they have a bad memory.
Mm-hmm.
And they are afraid of making mistakes.
Mm-hmm. We need to take a lot
That
of mistakes before we
cannot open their
learn.
mouth when they are learning language.
Okay. Yes, that's all. Do you have any question for me?
Eh. How did you learn English?
Okay, I learned English through listening, and I learn through the audios. I listen to the podcast, and MP3 player, my MP3 player, and my smartphone again and again, day by day, and that's the way I learn English.
Oh, you want to learn more language in the future?
No, I just learned one language. Do not.
Okay. That is enough for you.
Yeah. What? What do you say? The internet is not good. I cannot hear you clearly.
I say you told that it's enough for you.
Yes, I just okay. When you do something, you need to have a purpose, and my purpose is just learn one language. I don't want to learn another language in this time.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. What about you? Do you want to learn another language?
Yes. I wanna learn French.
You want
French
to? Ôi trời ơi,
and Japan.
mạng kém quá không nghe gì cả. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much for your lesson, and see you in the next time. Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Mhm.